Yo guys, so welcome back to a new video. So again, today, I wasn't planning on making a video, but yesterday we got the Fear the Walking Dead Season 8 teaser trailer, and today we get Dead City. So Dead City's was a lot shorter, considering it was only about 13 seconds for the whole thing, and only about 9 of them seconds were actual content. But I've made a list of some things that we see in order. I might have missed things. I know there's definitely a couple of things I forgot to mention in my video yesterday, but I said most of it. But I've watched it quite a lot now, wrote down some notes, and I'm ready to discuss kind of what is going on with Dead City. So the first thing we see is Herschel being taken away, and I'm a bit confused about the whole timeline thing. I don't know if Herschel was that age at the end of The Walking Dead, or if they push it a bit further, but by this point, Herschel seems to be an older kid, or a mid-teenager, anywhere between that. About 14, 13, 15, something like that, maybe a bit younger, a bit older, but that's where I got the impression of how old he was. And he's taken away, we don't know why, but clearly there were rumours, I think, about there being a different reason of why the spin-off happened, but this is kind of confirmed that the reason the spin-off is going to happen is because Herschel's been taken away. We then see a strange man. As far as I'm aware, we haven't seen him before. We might have, but I don't think we have. And then we see a shot of Maggie screaming. And then she is talking to Negan, and we see a close-up of Negan. And this is very interesting. Maggie says to Negan, "You're the key to getting him back." Why is kind of the question. Is Negan kind of, does he know this other person? Was it one of the saviors? Is this guy, did he know Negan beforehand? Is he just like how Negan was? And so Maggie thinks that it's kind of takes one to know one. But I don't know. Maggie saying that is very interesting. Maybe they're going to pretend like Negan's joining them and they'll infiltrate whatever's going on, but clearly Negan is a very big part for this, and he's the reason behind getting Herschel back. We then see a bounty hunter walk into some kind of bar, so assuming that they've got some kind of public places in the city, because there were other people in the bar as well, so yeah, and I assumed it was a bar based off kind of like the neon text and the surroundings. And he holds up a sign, and it says "Wanted." You can read that, and the rest of it I couldn't read, although you can see a picture, and the picture looks like the strange man that we saw from before. So that's very interesting. This man maybe is known around Manhattan, New York, based off where Dead City is. There's a lot of walkers throughout the whole trailer, so a bit like maybe Atlanta, as we definitely know. Maybe it's completely crowded, maybe over time people have just taken out walkers, or maybe Manhattan isn't as crowded with walkers, I don't know, but there definitely seem to be a lot of them, and some of them, at one point we saw a walker and the face was kind of peeling off. Throughout the trailer, there is someone else involved in the journey. I have not really been huge on understanding what's happening with Dead City, so I don't know whether this is at all new to anybody. I don't think it is, but there was definitely someone else that seemed like he's going to be a main character. Of course, this bounty hunter also, I'm assuming he's a bounty hunter, I'm calling him a bounty hunter, but this bounty hunter also seems like some kind of main character. And then one of the last things we see is Negan making a joke about, so now there's walkers falling down or flying or something like that. Which, I saw a comment and someone saying it being similar to old Negan, which is nice. And yeah, Negan did slightly change from Season 7 to 11. And I don't mean in terms of being a nicer person, or not being kind of ruthless evil Negan. I mean in terms of just getting a bit softer. But it's not, well, I kind of, that's opinionated. It's all about opinions, really. I think Negan's slightly changed. I think he was still Negan, but I think a bit of a difference, but possibly Negan might be really witty with his comebacks and stuff in Dead City. And it shows the three people, Maggie, Negan, and someone else, them all being in this building. Maybe it also shows that the high buildings of Manhattan, they're going to be used, and they're going to go for ground, maybe throwing walkers down to kind of deter people and as a form of combat. It's going to be very interesting. It was a very short trailer. But that's really all I have to say. Can't think of anything else. If I do remember anything, I'll probably put it in the comment section. But besides that, that's all I've got so far. But other people will be doing videos like this, I'm sure, and they'll have opinions. I'm sure you'll all have opinions. So please let me know. Thank you for watching, and I'll see y'all next time in a bit.